everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Emily and we are doing something I've been looking forward to for a while, which is a goals video for 2023. Somehow, Emily from an entire year ago really messed up on this and never did a goals video for 2022. And I don't believe I ever actually wrote down my goals for 2022 because I could find them nowhere. And all I know for certain is my goals for 2022 were to continue writing in Dying Starlight and run the Kickstarter for Under the Earth Over the Sky. And I did both of those things, so we'll just count 2023 as all goals were checked off. I am 100% certain they were more. I don't know what they are though. So I have entirely too many goals for 2023. The main category is of course writing, but there's also a publishing category, an illustration category, a reading category, and then just an other category that I have made. I went a little all out on this list, but it's going to be a lot of fun at the end of 2023 to go back and see how much my goals change, because I am the type of person who can change my entire yearly goals within the span of a month. A lot of these things I am almost certain I will stick to, but we'll see. So the first and the main category is, of course, writing. I wanted to pick a realistic word count goal for this year. I would like to do more than I did this year, and right now, as of December 21st, when I am filming this, I have written 356,000 words this year between drafting and outlining and rewriting. So I would like to write anywhere between 300 and 500,000 words next year. I have lots of books I want to write, so that sounds like a lot of words, but then when I consider I need to finish in Dying Starlight, I need to do the new series, Project Frost, I'm working on another new series, and most of the series will be 80 to 100,000 word books, and I want to write a few of them. I think 300,000 words as a minimum goal is a very reasonable challenge for myself. But I would like to do more than 350,000 because that's what I did this year. Second on the writing list is to finish drafting the final In Dying Starlight novellas and cry about it. In Dying Starlight is my ongoing web novel. I just started posting novella number 10 online, and I just published novella number 3 on Amazon. There will be about 14 novellas, I think, and I'm going to start writing novella number 3 in the beginning, I'm going to start writing novella number 11 at the beginning of January. And I usually write about one a month, so, you know, it's going to take about 4 more months, maybe 3 more months, and I will be finished with that series that I've had in my brain since I was a teenager. I don't want to finish it, and I'm not going to be okay. But I have to finish it. So, the next on the writing list is to draft Project Frost. That is going to be a romantic fantasy duology. I'm estimating each book will be 80 to 100,000 words. I keep meaning to start that, and I get derailed by drafting in Dying Starlight and then editing everything else, so I've got to start that. We've got to start that in January. The next writing project is I'm going to start drafting a lit RPG series this year. Lit RPG is a genre of fantasy, usually. It can be science fiction. There are stats to the magic system and skills and stuff like that. It's a new genre for me, but it's a very popular genre on Royal Road, so I've been getting into it, and I really would like to write one. I like writing epic fantasy and high fantasy and adventure fantasy anyway, so I've got a new idea for this. I'm gonna be outlining it, and I'm gonna run with it. And I will obviously fill you guys in more on that when I actually have an idea of what I'm doing. The last goal in the writing category is just very vague in that I suspect I will want to write or draft something else. Project Frost and Dying Starlight and the lit RPG are the only things I know for certain that I'm drafting. As the year goes along, I will eventually come up with another idea where I'm like, yes, I have to write this now. I just know myself, and I know that I cannot plan my writing very well because in a couple of months I will have a brand new idea and I'll want to write it. General goal, we're probably going to write something else in 2023. Which moves us on to the publishing category. There are 2 goals for this. The first is to continue publishing 1 novella of In Dying Starlight a month on Amazon. The next publishing goal is to run a Kickstarter and publish The Sea at the End of Everything. That is a novella that I wrote ages ago. It's a short, standalone, kind of weird literary fantasy. I almost said romance. It's not. I am going to illustrate that, and I'm going to do a little Kickstarter for it, probably sometime in the spring of 2023, and therefore publish it sometime in the fall of 2023 whenever I've wrapped up the Kickstarter. The next section is probably a set of goals I should have had last year, but it's better late than never, and that's an illustration section. I am a graphic designer as well as a writer. I did all the design and the cover and everything for under the earth, over the sky. I feel like I'm getting out of practice at illustrating and designing because I'm not in school anymore, and there have been some goals, illustration-wise, I've wanted to do for a while, so we're putting them down for this year. We're gonna get stuff done. The first is to illustrate and write a picture book. If you've been on my channel a while, you might remember me chipping away at other picture books and even showing some clips of them, and I need to pick one of those ideas or start a new one because I know how I am. I need to pick one of those ideas and finish it. The second illustration goal is, as I mentioned, I need to do the illustrations for the Sea at the End of Everything. I have no set count of illustrations for that as of right now because I haven't started yet, but I'm guessing I want to do more than a dozen outside of the cover. I want to actually pretty heavily illustrate this novella and have colored illustrations on the inside. The next goal is I just want to practice illustrations in general so I can do character art and use it to promote the books that I have and the upcoming books. It would be really fun, especially on TikTok, to do little character skits and scenes to talk more about my books. So I just want to practice because character anatomy and art is really difficult for me, so if I could sort of get to a point where sketching people is a bit easier for me, that would be fantastic. The final illustration goal is something I've had in the back of my mind for a long time, and that is to start illustrating a small webcomic. I've wanted to do a webcomic for a really long time, and since I'm going to be practicing and doing a lot more illustration this year, this seems like a good goal to have. And also I'm doing small webcomic just so I can get a feel for it and decide if I want to do something longer. I might actually repurpose one of my old short stories into a webcomic, or I might make up something entirely original. I have no date for when I want to do this. It's just something I want to get started on. The next goals category is a reading category. Basically, I want to try to read one book a month and also find a way to fall back in love with reading. I used to just read anything I could get my hands on. I used to read so many books when I was younger, and at some point during college, I fell out of love with reading, and it's very difficult for me to pick up books these days. I either find them boring or I think they're fine, but I just have no motivation to continue them, and I don't really know. I don't know if it's a reading slump because this has been this way for years, but I just want to attempt to figure out why I don't enjoy reading so much anymore and try to find books that make me enjoy reading again. I need to read a little bit more broadly within sci-fi and fantasy. I don't care too much for literary genres. I do pick them up every once in a while, but mostly that's what I read through school, so I enjoy them less. Need to pick up some stuff that's outside of like the YA fantasy category. I've been reading some adult fantasy and I need to broaden my horizons with that and see if I can find a genre that maybe interests me more, and hopefully it's just like a genre thing and I can find a genre I love and fall back in love with it. That's what I'm hoping. I just want to enjoy reading again. The last category is a general other category because it didn't fit neatly into the others. The first one is a surprise. It has to do with Kickstarter, but not the Sea at the End of Everything. It is coming very, very soon. It is not a book, it is book related. I will talk more about it then, but if you would like a hint or like the basic thing of what it is, there's a link down in my description. This is a project I've been chipping away at for a considerable amount of time, but never knew when I was going to do it, and I sort of got the perfect idea that very, very soon is the answer to when I would like to do it. This also shows you why my goals changed so much. A week ago, I had no idea I was going to be doing this in a few weeks. The next goal is I would like to hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, finally. I started this channel back in 2018. I am now at, 750 subscribers or something. It will probably take me all of this year to get to that 1,000. If it happens, YouTube is so slow for me, it's just painful. That's just something I really want to do. It would be nice to finally get that 1,000 number. In the vein of YouTube, I want to start making more videos that are advice videos or tutorial videos that have to do with stuff I've gained experience in over the past year or so. I don't tend to like to give writing advice because writing advice is very subjective, and what works for me probably isn't going to work for most people, though I might do some here's what I do so you could try it videos, but I have been doing a lot of publishing related things and marketing related things this year that have taken me a lot of research, and I realized I can do some really nice videos pertaining to those. I've already had somebody ask me if I could do some Kickstarter tips and some audiobook tips, and I was also thinking talking about TikTok as a writer would be a really cool video. I'd also like to do some things like outline with me or a Scrivener tour. I would like to know if there's any specific ideas you guys are interested in, because videos like that are obviously really for you guys. Anything I have experience in that I could possibly give helpful videos for, I would love to do that. So if you got any ideas, let me know. Moving on to TikTok, I am at, what am I at on TikTok? Hold on. 5,750 followers on TikTok. TikTok grows much faster than YouTube. This year I have grown much more than I have the 2 years before that. I would like to hit 10K followers on TikTok. It would be great if I could go higher with that, because TikTok can often go viral and your followers can just shoot through the roof. I have not had a video go super viral yet, and I have no control over that. So I think 10K is a reasonable amount. The next goal is that in 2024, I will be running a Kickstarter for the box set of In Dying Starlight. That's going to be a quite large Kickstarter that's going to take a lot of planning, so I just need to be planning that this month. Maybe setting up the page a little bit, but I need to plan. There's no specific goal, I just need to figure out where I'm going with that so I'm not stressing in the beginning of 2024. The second to last goal is I would like to learn more about Facebook ads and Amazon ads for my books. I have taken one small Amazon ad free class. I did not get to actually finish that class. It is one that takes place every 3 months. I believe it's Mark Dawson's Amazon ads. Is that what it is? I think so. The videos I did get to take on that were really fantastic and I learned a ton, but I didn't get to finish them, so I'd like to retake that and also start experimenting on my own with Amazon ads, read books on it, and the same thing with Facebook. Now that I actually have books to market, it's gonna be a really good idea to actually figure out how to do advertising. TikTok has been the best free advertising so far, but if I would like to scale up my writing as a business, it's definitely going to be smart to figure this stuff out. The last goal is just a private monetary goal that I have. I'm not going to share the specific amount right now because the internet is a weird place. I'm not sure if I'll ever share the specific amount. I'll just mention at the end of the year whether or not I hit that goal. But it's basically a number that is going to make me feel as if I'm successfully scaling up my writing as a business. So those are my long-winded 2023 goals. I've been talking for 23 minutes already. I am very excited about all of these things and all of these categories, and it will be very fun 12 months from now to sit down and watch this video and see where I got with it. 2023 is going to be the year. It's gonna be great. If you have any reading or writing or publishing goals that you'd like to share, I'd love to hear about them in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hitting the thumbs up and the subscribe really helps out my channel. You can read my debut novel, Under the Earth, Over the Sky. It's available in paperback, hardcover, ebook, and audiobook. You can also read my short story collection, All the Woods She Watches Over, and In Dying Starlight is ongoing on Amazon. It's available on Kindle Unlimited, and the first novella is free. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're having a great end to your year, and I will see y'all in 2023. Bye!